Hi guys, I'm back. Today I'm going to read Isaiah 41 to 46, Proverbs 27, and Psalm 32. Let's get started. Listen to me in silence, O coastline. Let the peoples renew their strength. Let them approach, let them speak. Let us together draw near for judgment. Who stirred up one from the east, whom victory meets at every step? He giveth up nations before him, so that he tramples kings underfoot. He makes them like dust with his sword, like driven stubble with his bow. He pursues them and passes on safely. And they past his feet have not trod. Who has performed and done this, calling the generation from the beginning? I am the Lord, and the first, and with the last I am he. The coastlands have seen and are afraid. The ends of the earth tremble. They have drawn near and come. Everyone helps his neighbor and says to his brother, "Be strong." The craftsman strengthens the goldsmith, and he smooths with the hammer him who strikes the anvil, saying the soldering is good. And they strengthen it with nails so that it cannot be moved. But you, Israel, my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, offspring of Abraham, my friend, you whom I took from the ends of the earth, and called from its father corners, saying to you, "You are my son, I have chosen you and not cast you off. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, and I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Behold, all who are incense against you shall be put to shame and confounded. Those who strive against you shall be as nothing, and you shall perish. And you shall seek those who contend with you, but you shall not find them. Those who war against you shall be nothing at all. For I, the Lord your God, hold your right hand. It is I who say to you, fear not. I am the one who helps you. Fear not, you worm Jacob, you men of Israel. I am the one who helps you, declares the Lord. Your Redeemer is the Holy One of Israel. Behold, I make of you threshing sledges, new sharp and having teeth. You shall thresh the mountains and crush them. You shall make the hills like chaff, and you shall win it, and the winds shall carry them away, and the tempest shall scatter them, and you shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. You shall glory, and the poor and needy seek water, and there is none, and their tongue is parched with thirst. I, the Lord, will answer them. I, the God of Israel, will not forsake them. I will open rivers on the bare heights, and fountains in the midst of the valley. I'll make the wilderness a pool of water, and the dry land springs of water. And I'll put in the wilderness the cedar, the acacia, the myrtle, and the olive. I'll set in the desert the cypress, the plane, and the pine together, that they may see and know, and may consider and understand together. The hand of the Lord has done this, the Holy One of Israel has created it. Set forth your case, says the Lord. Bring your proofs, says the King of Jacob. Let them bring them, and tell us what is to happen. Tell us the formless things that they are, that we may consider them, that we may know the outcome, or declare to us the things to come. Tell us what is to come hereafter, that we may know that you are God, and do good and do harm, that we may be dismayed and terrified. You are nothing, and your work is less than nothing. An abomination is he who chooses you. I stirred up one from the north, and he has come from the rising of the sun, and he shall call upon my name, and he shall trample on the rulers as on water, as the potter treads clay. Who declared it from the beginning, that we might know, and beforehand, that we might say, well, he is right. There is none who declared it, none who proclaimed, none who heard your words. And as the first to say to Zion, hold, here they are, and I give to Jerusalem a herald of good news. And I look, there is no one among these, there is no counsel. Who, when I ask, gives an answer. Behold, they are all delusion. Their works are nothing. Their middle images are empty. Behold my servant, whom I uphold, my chosen, in whom my soul delights. And you put my spirit upon. He will bring forth justice to the nations. He will not cry aloud or lift up his voice. And he will make a head in the street. A bruised reed he will not break, and faintly burning wick he will not quench. He will faithfully bring forth justice. He will not grow faint or be discouraged, till he has established justice in the earth. The coastlands wait for his law. Thus says the Lord, God the Lord, who created the heavens and stretched them out. He spreadeth the earth and what comes from it. He gives breath to the people, and spirit to those who walk in it. And I am the Lord, I have called you in your righteousness. I will take you by the hand and keep you. I will give you as a covenant for the people, a life for the nation, to open the eyes that are blind, to bring out the prisoners from the dungeon, from the prison that those who sit in darkness. I am the Lord, that is my name. For my glory I give to no other. I know my praise to call after idols. Behold, the former things that have come to pass, and new things I now declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. Sing to the Lord a new song, his praise from the end of the earth. You who go down to the sea, and all that fills it, the coastlines and their inhabitants. Let the desert and its cities lift up their voice. The villages that kill their inhabitants, the inhabitants of Selah sing for joy. Let them shout from the top of the mountains. Let them give glory to the Lord, and declare his praise in the coastlands. The Lord goes out like a mighty man, and like a man before he stirs up his seal. He cries out, he shouts aloud, he shows himself mighty against his foes. For a long time I have held my peace. I have kept still and restrained myself. Now I will cry out like a woman in labor. I will gasp and pant. I will waylace mountains and hills. I will dry up all their vegetation. I will turn the rivers into islands, and dry up the pools. And I will lead the blind in a way that they do not know, in paths that they have not known. I will guide them. I'll turn their darkness before them into light, their rough places into level ground. These are the things I do, and I do not forsake them. They turn back and utterly put to shame, who trust in carved idols, who seek to melt all images. You know how God, hear ye deaf, and look ye blind, that you may see. Who is blind but my servant, or deaf as my messenger whom I send? Who is blind as my dedicated one, or blind as the servant of the Lord? He sees many things, but does not observe them. His ears are open, but he does not hear. The law was placed for his righteousness' sake, to magnify his law and make it glorious. But this is the people plunder and lose. They are all of them trapped in holes and hidden in prisons. They have become plunder with none to rescue, spoil with none to save, restore. Who among you will give ear to this, who will attend and listen for the time to come? Who gave up Jacob for the loser, and Israel to the plunderers, in whose law will they not obey? So he poured on him the heat of his anger and the might of battle. It set him on fire all around, but he did not understand him, burned him up, but he did not take it to heart. And now thus says the Lord, he who created you, O Jacob, he formed you, O Israel. Fear not, for I have redeemed, I have called you by name, you are mine. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and through the rivers, they shall not overwhelm you. When you walk through fire, you shall not be burned, and the flame shall not consume you. I am the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, your Savior. I give Egypt as your ransom, Cush and Seba in exchange for you. I kiss you, precious in my eyes. I am honored and love you. In honor, I love you, and I give mine in return for you, peoples in exchange for your life. And fear not, for I am with you. I am with you. I will bring the offspring from the east, and from the west I will gather you. I will say to the north, give, and to the south, do not withhold. Bring my sons from afar, and my daughters from the ends of the earth. And everyone is called by my name, whom I created for my glory. In my forms and me, bring out the people who are blind, yet have eyes, who are deaf, yet have ears. All the nations gathered together, and the peoples are set, who among them can declare this, and show us the former things. Let them bring the witnesses to prove them right. Let them hear and say, it is true. You are my witness, declares the Lord, and my servant whom I have chosen, that you may know and believe me, and understand that I am He. Behold, no God was formed, nor shall there be any after me. I am the Lord, and besides me there is no Savior. I declare and saved and proclaim, and there was no strange God among you. And you are my witnesses, declares the Lord, and I am God. So henceforth I am He. There is none who can deliver from my hand. I work, and who can turn it back? Thus is the Lord, your Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. For your sake I send to Babylon, and bring them all down as fugitives, even the Chaldeans, in the ships in which they rejoice. I am the Lord, your Holy One, the Creator of Israel, your King. Thus says the Lord, who makes a way in the sea, a path in the mighty waters, who brings forth chariot and horse, army and warrior. They lie down, they cannot rise, they are extinguished, quenched like a wick. Remember not the former things, nor consider the things of old. Behold, I am doing a new thing, now it springs forth, do you not perceive it? I'll make a way in the wilderness, and rivers in the desert. The wild beasts will honour me, the jackals and ostriches. I give water in the wilderness, rivers in the desert, to give drink to my chosen people, the people whom I formed for myself, that they might declare my praise. You did not call upon me, O Jacob, and you have been weary of me, O Israel. You have not brought me your sheep for burnt offerings, or honour me with your sacrifices. I have not burned you with offerings, or wearied you with frankincense. You have not brought me spirit cane with money, or satisfied me with the fat of your sacrifices, but you have burdened me with your sins. You wearied me with your iniquities. I am He who blots out your transgressions for my own sake, and will not remember your sins. Let me remember. Let us argue together. Set forth your case, and you may be proved right. And your first father sinned, and your mediators transgressed against me. Therefore I will profane the presence of the sanctuary, and deliver Jacob to utter destruction, and Israel to revealing. And now hear, O Jacob, my servant, Israel whom I have chosen. Thus says the Lord who made you, and formed you from the womb, and will help you. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, Jeshurun whom I have chosen. I will pour water on the sea and streams on the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon your offspring and my blessing on your descendants. They shall spring up among the grass, and like willows by flowing streams. His one will say, I am the Lord. Another will call on the name of Jacob, and another will write on his hand, the Lord, and will name himself by the name of Israel. Thus says the Lord, the King of Israel. And his Redeemer, the Lord of hosts. I am the first and I am the last. Besides me there is no God who is like me. Let him proclaim it. Let him declare and set it before me. Since I appointed an ancient people, let them declare what is to come and what will happen. Fear not, nor be afraid. Have I not told you from of old and declared it? And you are my witnesses. Is there a God besides me? There is no rock, I know not any. And you all fashion idols are nothing. And the things they delight in do not profit. Their witnesses neither see nor know, that they may be put to shame. Refreshing a god of cost and idol that is profitable for nothing. He held all his companions shall be put to shame, and the craftsmen are only human. Let them all assemble, let them stand forth. They shall be terrified, they shall be put to shame together. For the ironsmith takes a cutting tool and works it over the coals. He fashions it with hammers and works it with a strong arm. He becomes hungry, and his strength fails. He drinks no water, and is faint. The carpenter stretches the line. He marks it out with a pencil. He shapes it with planes and marks it with a compass. He shapes it into the figure of a man, to the beauty of a man, to store it in a house. He cuts it down cedars, or he chooses a cypress tree or an oak, and lets it grow strong among the trees of the forest. He plants a cedar, and the rain nourishes it, and it becomes fuel for a man. He takes a part of it and warms himself. He kindles a fire and bakes bread. Firstly, he makes a god and worships it. He makes an idol and falls down before it. Half of it he burns in the fire. Over the half he eats meat. He roasts it and is satisfied. Roasts it he warms himself and says, "Aha, I am warm. I have seen the fire," and the rest of it he makes into a god, his idol, and falls down to it and worships it. He prays to it and says, "Deliver me, for you are my God." They know not, nor do they discern, for he has shut their eyes, so that they cannot see, and their hearts, so that they cannot understand. No one considers, nor is there knowledge or discernment to say, "Half of it I burned in the fire. I also bake bread on its coal. I roast meat and I feed. And shall I make the rest of it an abomination? Shall I fall down before a block of wood?" He feeds on ashes, and deluded heart has led him astray, and he cannot deliver himself will say, "Is there not a lie in my right hand?" Remember these things, O Jacob, and Israel, for you are my servant. I formed you, you are my servant. O Israel, you will not be forgotten by me. I have blotted out your transgressions like the cloud, and your sins like mist. Return to me, for I have redeemed you. Sing, O heavens, for the Lord has done. Shout, O dust of the earth, break forth and sing, O mountain, O forest, and every tree in it. For the Lord has redeemed Jacob, and will be glorified in Israel. Thus says the Lord, your Redeemer, who formed you from the womb. I am the Lord who made all things, who alone stretched out the heavens, who spread out the earth by myself, who frustrates the sons of lies, who makes fools of diviners, who turns wise men back, and makes an odd fools, who confounds the word of his son, and fulfills the counsel of his messengers, who says of Jerusalem, he shall be inhabited, and the cities of Judah, they shall be rebuilt, and I will raise up their bones. He says to the deep, be dry, and I will dry up your rivers. He says to Cyrus, he is my shepherd, and he shall fulfill all my purpose, saying of Jerusalem, she shall be built, and of the temple your foundation shall be laid. Thus says the Lord to anoint his anointed, to Cyrus, whose right hand I have grasped, to subdue nations before, and to loose the belt of kings, and open doors before, that gates may not be closed. I'll go before you to level the exalted places. I'll break in pieces the doors of bronze, and cut through the bars of iron. I'll give you the treasures of darkness, and the hoards and secret places. And you may know that it is I, the Lord, the God of Israel, who call you by your name, and say, for the sake of my servant Jacob, and Israel my chosen, I call you by your name. I name you, though you do not know me. And the Lord, and there is no other. Besides me there is no God. I equip you, though you do not know me, that people may know, from the rising of the sun from the west, that there is none besides me. I am the Lord, and there is no other. I form light and create darkness. I make well-being and create calamity. I am the Lord who does all these things. Shower heaven from above, and let the clouds rain down righteousness. Let the earth open, that salvation and righteousness may bear fruit. Let the earth cause them both to sprout. I, the Lord, have created it. Woe to him who strives with him who formed him. Apart among earth and pots, does the clay say to him who formed him, what are you making? Or your work is no handles. Woe to him who says to a father, what are you begetting? Or to a woman, with what are you in labor? Thus says the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, and the one who formed him. Ask me of things to come. Will you command me concerning my children and the work of my hands? I made the earth, I created man on it. It was my hands that stretched out the heavens, and I commanded all their hosts. I have set him up in righteousness, and I'll make all his ways level. He shall build my city, and set my exiles free, not for price or reward, says the Lord of hosts. Thus says the Lord, the wealth of Egypt and the merchandise of Cush, and the Sabaeans, men of stature, shall come over to you and be yours. They shall follow you, they shall come over in chains and bow down to you. And they shall all plead with you, saying, surely God is within you, and there is no other, no God beside you. Truly you are a God who hides himself, a God of Israel, the Savior. All of them are put to shame and confounded. Make yourself idols, go and confusion together. But Israel is saved by the Lord, with everlasting salvation. He shall not be put to shame or confounded to all eternity. But thus says the Lord who created the heavens. He is God. He formed the earth and made it, and he established it. He did not create it empty. He formed it to be inhabited. I am the Lord, and there is no other. I did not speak and see her in a land of darkness. I did not say to the offspring of Jacob, seek me in vain. I, the Lord, speak the truth. I declare what is right. Assemble yourselves and come, draw near together. You survivors of the nations, they have no knowledge, who carry about their wooden idols, and keep on praying to a God who cannot see. Declare and present your case to him. Let them take counsel together. He told us long ago, who declared over, was it not I, the Lord? And there is no other God besides me. A righteous God and a Savior, there is none besides me. Turn to me and be saved from all the ends of the earth, for I am God, and there is no other. I myself have sworn, from my mouth has gone out in righteousness, A word that shall not return to me, every knee shall bow, every tongue shall swear allegiance. Only in the Lord it shall be said on me, how righteousness and strength. And in him shall come and be ashamed all who are insincere against him. In the Lord all the offspring of Israel shall be justified and shall glory. A bell bows down, Nebo stoops, their eyes are on beasts and livestock. These things you carry are borne as burdens on weary beasts. They stoop, they bow down together, they cannot save the burden, and they but themselves go into captivity. Listen to me, O house of Jacob, all the remnant of the house of Israel, who have been born by me from before your birth, carried from the womb. Even to your old age I am he, and to grey hairs I'll carry you. I have made I'll carry and will save. To whom will you liken me and make me equal, and compare me, that we may be alike? Those who lavish gold from the person weigh out silver in the scale. Hire a goldsmith, and he makes it into a god, and then they fall down and worship. They lift it to their shoulders, they carry it, they set it in its place, and it stands there. It cannot move from its place. If one cries to it, it does not answer, or save one from its trouble. Remember this and stand firm. Record to my new transgressions. Remember the former things are old. For I am God, and there's no other. I am God, and there is none like me. Declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient time things not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand. And I will accomplish all my purpose, calling a bird of prey from the east, a man of counsel from a far country. I have spoken, I will bring it to pass. I have purpose, and I will do it. Listen to me, you stubborn of heart, you who are far from righteousness. I bring near my righteousness, it is not far off, and my salvation will not delay. I will put salvation in Zion for Israel my glory. Proverbs 27. Do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring. And another praise you not your own mouth, a stranger not you in lips. A stone is heavy, and the sand is weighty, but a foolish provocation is heavier than both. Wrath is cruel, anger is overwhelming, but who can stand before jealousy? But there is open rebuke and hidden love. Hateful are the wailings of a friend. Refuse are the kisses of an enemy. One who is full loathes honey. And to one who is hungry, everything bitter is sweet. Like a bird that strays from its nest, as a man who strays from his home. Oil and perfume make the heart glad, and the sweetness of a friend comes from his earnest counsel. Do not forsake your friend and your father's friend. And do not go to your brother's house in the day of your calamity. There is a neighbor who is near than a brother who is far away. Be wise, my son, and make my heart glad, that I may answer him who reproaches me. A prince sees danger and hides himself. Let the simple go on and suffer. Take a man's gun when he has put security for a stranger, and hold him pledge when he puts up security for an adulterer. Whoever blesses his neighbor with a loud voice rising early in the morning, he will be counted as cursing and continue dripping on a rainy day. No quarrelsome wife for our life. To restrain it is to restrain the wind, or to grasp oil in the rhine's right hand. Iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another. Whoever turns a fig tree will eat its fruit, and he who guards his master will be honored. As in water, face reflects face. Steady-hearted man reflects the man. Shown to bend and never satisfied, and never satisfied are the eyes of man. The crucible is for silver, and the furnace is for gold. And a man sets by its praise, crushed fallen in water with a pestle, along with crushed grain. The answer's folly will not depart from it. Know well the condition of your flocks, and give attention to your herds. For riches do not last forever, and does a crown endure to all generations. And the grass is grown, and the new growth appears, and the vegetation of the mountains together. The lambs will provide your clothing, and the goats will price your food. Have you enough goats milk for your food, and the fairy for the half of your house, and maintenance for your fowls. Psalm 32. Blessed is the one whose transgression is forgiven, whose sin is covered. Blessed is the man against whom the Lord counts no iniquity, and whose spirit there is no deceit. When I kept silent, my bones were still awake, through my groaning all day long. For day and night your hand was heavy upon me. My strength was dried out as by the heat of summer. I acknowledged my sin to you, and I did not cover my iniquity. I said, I will confess my transgressions to the Lord, and you forgave the iniquity of my sin. Therefore let everyone who is godly offer prayer to you at a time that they may be found. When you may be found, surely in the righteous great words. Shout to you are a hiding place for me. You preserve me from trouble. You surround me with shouts of deliverance. I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go, and I'll counsel you with my eye upon you. You're not like a horse or a mule without understanding, which must be kept with bit and bridle, or it will not stay with you. Many other sorrows with you. The steadfast love surrounds the one who trusts in the Lord. He guides the Lord and rejoice in righteousness, and shout for joy, all you upright in heart. Now the stand to the Lord's prayer. Raise by heads, our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For yours is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. See you tomorrow. Bye.